President Biden's hometown of Scranton, Pennsylvania, is slamming his Bidenomics plan after the president posted this on X last month. "I don't look at the economy through the eyes of Wall Street and Park Avenue," writes the president. "I look at it through the eyes of the people I grew up with in Scranton, Pennsylvania, or Claymont, Delaware." Here's what some of the locals there had to say about it. Watch.
This economy sucks. I mean, everything's going up except, paychecks.
I'm a registered Democrat, but I'm not happy.
I don't think he actually grew up here technically, so he uses that as that he cares about us.
There you go, Cheryl Casoni. Wow, ouch. He likes to act like, Amtrak Joe, from small town America. Well, we just heard directly from some of those constituents. They're not happy.
While he's living in his multi-million-dollar home that he goes to every weekend, they're on the water. Look, I agree with the first gentleman. Yes, the economy does suck, okay? And here's the problem. I was looking at this breakdown of Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. He goes out, he has $20, he buys all these different things to get himself through this week without his parents. $20 is now $70 in items. Americans aren't stupid. They see it at the grocery store, you see it at the gas tank, and they're tired of being gaslighted by the Bidenomics team. And this is some intern at the White House that probably decided, well, that's a great idea. We'll run on that because things are so great. You can't sit there and lie to people and say that things are so much better, the economy's great, when they're feeling it every single day. And that's why we put so much attention here on the CPI report and the PPI report and what's happening out in America, because reality and what they're selling from the White House completely disconnected. And even NBC News, that last poll by NBC News showed that people are not buying Bidenomics.
No, and the other thing is, Tiana, they keep talking about messaging, right? They want to get their messaging right. Is it Bidenomics or something else? Rather than actually looking at the policy. Economists blame inflation rather than reckless spending for the depletion of Americans' pandemic-era savings accounts. The Wall Street Journal finds housing costs and mortgage rates are so high, divorced couples are now needing to live together out of necessity. The 30-year mortgage rate still hovering around 7%. Tiana, your reaction?
This housing market specifically, it's like a game of musical chairs, right? With the Fed artificially keeping interest rates at zero for that, 13-year failed ZIRP experiment. Now, no one wants to leave their homes, right? No one, while mortgages are going for 6, 7%, almost 8%, why would you leave your 3% mortgage that you locked in March 2020? I think this all comes down to the fact that liberals forgot how much people hate inflation. 5%, 5.2% economic growth. Does any of that matter when food prices are 20% higher than they were when Biden took office? When shelter costs are 18% higher than when Biden took office? None of the growth matters if it's all being wiped away through inflation. It's why inflation is the most pernicious universal tax, and we know that they allowed this inflation to happen specifically to fund Biden's green revolution.
Yeah, and Tiana, I think that's the threat that this administration faces at the ballot box come 2024. Because people are living this. They understand. Put the corruption aside. Put the poor green agenda aside. When you actually look at the policy of all of this reckless spending and how his focus has been the climate change agenda and nothing else, people are living that. And they're getting to the cash register and getting, sticker shock.
Yes. And he's, ironically enough, Biden is burning his own base as he pursues this insane EV goal to ban all combustion engines, right?
Yeah.
All these Biden Green New Deal facilities that are building these EVs, they're all leaving the Rust Belt because they want to go to the Republican-ran states that have right-to-work laws, that don't have the extraordinary union protections. And that absolutely does leave behind the Scranton neighbors that Joe Biden claims to be representing. And look, we can all debate the merits of whether or not it's better for the EV revolution to be non-union workers versus the union workers of the Rust Belt. But it just does go to show that is the highest goal, getting us off of combustion engines. He cares more about that than he cares about his former Scranton neighbors, as he so claims.